Hello, I'm Chocolate Cake, and I'm trying out Kaizo Mario World 3. I'm doing post-commentary because, well, I didn't have any commentary when I was actually playing it, because my roommate was in the room, so I thought it'd be better to do it after the fact anyways, because here I had to cut out 5 minutes of me trying to make that jump, which is very difficult. There's a lot of really hard jumps. This is the first time I've ever played Kaizo Mario World, and it's also the first time I've played Super Mario World since I was maybe 12. So I'm a bit out of practice. I've watched some Super Mario World hacks though, so I at least know sort of the kind of things to expect. It was actually a lot easier than I was anticipating to figure out what I was supposed to do. Timing the jumps on those fuzzies was really difficult, though. I don't like timing. I don't like timing jumps. Like, those were okay, but some of the stuff later in the level is really awful. Well, coming up right now, really. After this stupid football player. I'm not sure if you were supposed to kill him or what, but I was trying to get onto that stupid surprise block there. Didn't really go very well. Didn't really go very well, though. And then the slope in front of it, you slide down unless you're jumping up it. So you like have to go straight after the football player. Finally, though, I got the block, so I've got a safe place to stand. This level was really difficult because the floor is slippery like an ice stage, and there's like no safe places to stand in order to save state. So I ended up having some sections where I just went a lot longer than I was really comfortable with without save stating. Because, like I said, I've never played Kaizo Mario World before, and I'm not very confident in my skills with this kind of a game. I guess I just baited him to the left. I wasn't trying to do that, but it worked out anyways. Now this crappy jump is my least favorite thing in this whole level. It's the worst. It's just, oh my god, it's just awful. There's like one frame where you can jump, and I cut out another 5 minutes here because it was just me failing over and over and over again. And even when I succeeded, I just fell off the right edge here, down into the munchers below. But just the trick here is to, you want to be running, and you want to hold down the jump button so that you get the right arc to go over that bottom one. And then once you get on that slope, it's not too slippery, so you don't need to worry too much about sliding off like I was. This part of the level is actually pretty fun. I think the bouncing off the turtle shells is pretty cool. Even though it's kind of difficult with it swaying back and forth. And then this jump was also really tough to make, just because you have to just barely tap the button, like you can just barely hit it, and you'll even then jump too high. You just have to tap it for just a fraction of a second. It's really difficult, and then you don't have to. Well, no, yeah, and then you got to do it again right away to get out of the way of the Koopa shell, which is really difficult. I finally made it past that part. And I actually, like I said, I actually kind of enjoyed this part of the level. This is the kind of tough platforming. This is the kind of even like trial and error platforming that I kind of like. Because when you do it, it actually feels pretty cool instead of, well, I finally found the one frame that I was supposed to jump on. And then this was a pretty cool end to this section of the level. It's kind of like that Monty Mole jump in the first level, but I think it's a bit trickier because you have to time where the shell is above you. And the second half of the level is actually a lot easier than the first half, but I don't know, I still had some problems with it, especially that stupid invisible block. And then these like angled platforms are really slippery too. Because it just wouldn't be an ice stage unless the whole damn level was slippery. Even things that you wouldn't think would be slippery. And eventually I tried figuring out if I could get that invisible block so I could stand on it and wait for the other platform to come down. But I guess I never remembered where the block was, especially since the background doesn't scroll with the foreground, so it's hard to place where it was. So I ended up just kind of giving up on that and trying to go for the platform, and I actually got it, and and then fell off. And then they throw this stupid gigantic mole at you out of nowhere, which is really terrible. Half the time I fell off the platform just because I was scared of it hitting me. Because I wasn't sure if I needed to be big for the rest of the level or not. Finally, okay. And then, I don't know, this part's just a lot of blind jumps, which are kind of terrible to have, in platforming games. Like, they're not fun. So, and they're not really hard. It just, like, some of the things in this are actually difficult, but blind jumps are not hard. They're fake difficulty, and they're kind of bullshit. So I didn't really like that part, even though it was easy. But then this stupid football kept getting in the way, and I don't know if you can actually get past it without getting hit. So I ended up just taking the hit and hoping that I was able to complete the rest of the level. I'm sure there is a way to avoid it, but I didn't know how to do it, and I didn't really want to spend another 5 or 10 minutes trying to figure it out. And then the rest of the level is pretty smooth sailing. These jumps are kind of tough to make, but you've got plenty of time to figure out how you want to approach it. So I was okay with that. It wasn't too frustrating to do this part, especially since it didn't take that long to beat. It's a lot easier than the jumps in the first half of the level, at least. Not really sure why those Cheep Cheeps came back on the left side there. I wasn't anywhere near them. I guess maybe they'd hit you if you're... No, I don't know why they were there. But this part also took a really long time to figure out. I actually didn't know how to do it, so I just looked it up on YouTube. I was able to get the first jump okay, but I didn't have enough speed to make it up the hill the rest of the way. So at about this point, I just said, "This is stupid." I looked it up on YouTube because I was this close to the end of the level and I wanted to finish it. So I checked, and you have to be full speed running in order to get this. And I don't really know if the trajectories are different for spin jumps versus normal jumps. The person I saw do it did a spin jump, so I just figured I'd try that. And then I finally got it, and that's the second Kaizo Mario World level I've ever beaten. I might do some of the other ones, but I don't know. They're really frustrating.